Hi guys, it's Sister Melissa again. Welcome to my channel. If you haven't, please subscribe to my channel because this is usually where I share all my visions and dreams that I have, and of course my husband's as well. Most of you that know me know that I also have a Facebook page, and that is called Melissa May Ministry. So you can always look me up on my Facebook as well. But today I wanted to come on because I had a dream on April 1st. And I also had in the dream, I saw little Richard's death. And if you guys haven't been following the news today, you will know that little Richard passed away today. So I felt like the dream was important and I just wanted to come on. So if you guys have any interpretations for me, or you guys have any thoughts about what the dream might mean, you guys can drop it in the comments below. I feel like I already know what it means, but I'm open to, other comments. So I have it written down on my Facebook page, so I'm just going to kind of read it to you guys and just share it. So in this dream, I was 9 months pregnant and I was sitting in a classroom with many other people. I needed a break from sitting, and so I had went outside of the school to take a walk. So during this walk, 3 different people approached me and they were basically trying to sell me something. And basically in the dream, I put up my hand and I said, no. I said, I'm good. And I did that to all 3 people that came up to me and tried to sell me something. I'm like, nope, I'm good. So I went back into the classroom and the teacher said, he was kind of standing up at the podium and it was on a stage. And then all of us were kind of sitting like in a big room at tables. And so I had gone back into the classroom after my walk, and the teacher said a couple of people are graduating early today. But before we get to that, I have an announcement to make. And he had told our class that little Richard had just passed away. I was like, hold up, for real? I'm like, I used to listen to his music. So back in the day, my mom and dad, they always used to listen to the radio. And so basically from my memories, I can remember, my mom and dad listening to some of his music. And he was probably really pretty well known for Tutti Frutti. That's one of the songs. But so in real life, when I had woken up from the dream, I told my husband, I'm like, has little Richard passed away? And my husband and I had Googled it that morning after the dream, and he said, no, Melissa, he's still alive. So I just kind of wanted to throw that in there. So I'm going to return to the dream. So the teacher had just announced that little Richard had passed, and he said, now let's get back to the graduation announcements. Then he called my name, and he said my name, and he said, Melissa. And I couldn't believe it, you guys. I was so stoked when he called my name. And I said, then the classmates at my table said, well, how were you able to graduate early? And I said to them, because I didn't listen to every voice, and I didn't listen to every voice, and I didn't buy into everything everybody else was selling. And just like that, you guys, I was in the delivery room. So I was in the delivery room and I had to go to the bathroom really bad. And I asked one of the nurses, I said, can I please go to the bathroom? And so she ended up letting me go. And in that moment, I was transported back into the school. And I was in the school bathroom. And after I was done going to the bathroom, I had passed by my old classroom and my teacher was in there. So I went in there just to kind of say hello to her. And she actually handed me my report card and it said A+ on it. And she said, Melissa, she goes, this class is really hard. She goes, not everyone can stay focused. And she goes, people get distracted and deterred really easily. And she goes, how were you able to pass so easily? And I had said to her, because I've always been focused and I've never allowed myself to become distracted, and because I pay attention to details. And then boom, it was like I was back in the delivery with my feet in the stirrups, and basically I was delivering the baby. So today when I found out that little Richard actually passed away, a friend on Facebook actually sent me the article. And she's like, Melissa, what was your dream? And I was like, oh my goodness. And so I sent her my dream again. And I'm not sure if I feel like it's spiritually, like, you know how the Bible tells us that in the end times, we will actually go through birth pains, and the, delivering of the baby is kind of like symbolic of Jesus coming. And so I just really felt today with like little Richard's passing, I felt like this could be symbolic of, just him saying, Melissa, we are in the last of the last days and Jesus is coming soon. That's really what I felt. There were a couple of other comments left on my Facebook about how people said that it could be something that is getting ready to happen to me in the natural. Like I could be getting ready to birth something spiritually or just in my own life. And there are some things going on in my life right now where I'm actually writing my first book. And I'm actually going back to school to be a real estate agent. So there are some things going on like in the natural, but I kind of wanted to say this though. Remember right before the flood happened, it was like the Lord used Methuselah kind of as a time stamp, like when he was getting ready to die or he had died. Then it was like the flood came and then God brought judgment upon the earth. And so sometimes it's like, I think God uses people as like a timestamp to like show you where we are as far as, judgment. And so when I thought about the dream today, I also thought about Methuselah. And I remembered reading an article, I don't know, it was about little Richard about 4 or 5 months ago. And it was actually, I think on YouTube maybe, and it was a video, but he had actually given his heart back to the Lord. And in the video, he talked about, how he dealt with homosexuality, the sin of homosexuality in his life. And he talked about how the enemy used it, to lead him away from the Lord and stuff. But I do know in the last few years, he became a believer again, and he started living for the Lord. So I'm like, praise the Lord. We know little Richard is in heaven with the Lord now. But I just thought the whole thing was really interesting. It's like God will give me like dreams and I'll see things, and then it's like they end up happening. But I really felt like God could be using little Richard as a timestamp towards, the hour that we're in right now in the end times and the soon coming rapture of the Lord. And I'm not going to get into pre, mid, or post. I've always believed in a pre-trib rapture. And that's a teaching for another day. But I really believe that there was something significant and about the dream, and I wanted to come on and share it today. So, blessings to you guys, and have a great day.